What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Q&A. That was Nemisa from Soul Hackers, the amazing, criminally underrated Soul Hackers. How you guys doing today? Just moving some stuff around. Nemisa. What's up, Zema Duvant? Why everybody's username looks different now? You got this A thing, you know? How do you pronounce that in English? We call it arroba. Arroba. You know? Yeah, everybody's username is with that now. Why? That looks terrible. At. Thanks. Everybody has an at. Why, YouTube? Why do you keep changing things for the bad? Why? I'd like someone from YouTube to elaborate on why they keep doing bad things. It's like, for one, they take one step forward and then like 10 steps back. Not just 2, 10. They do one good thing and then 10 bad things. Nobody cares about that. It looks terrible. Why can't people have their regular usernames? You know, that's terrible. And what's new here? There's a new option here. What did I do here? Oh, Alucard. As soon as I clicked this, you became a member. Thanks for joining, dude. Hope you enjoy the content. You will now get access to a bunch of live streams that are exclusive to members, a bunch of videos. And yeah, there's a lot actually, you know. That's why whenever people join the membership, get the membership here on YouTube, they usually stay for several months because there's so much content. There's like 20 or 30 live streams and a bunch of videos, you know, they're exclusive. And now, I mean, it says Alucard 1974, right? But now I'm seeing Mike Stern. What? Sima Devon, thank you very much. So I am still playing Shin Megami Tensei on the SNES. I am level 58. This game is bullshit, and I will beat it. How hard will you rate this game? I don't know, man. I remember playing that very same version, fan translated, many years ago. When did I play it? No, it wasn't many years ago. I remember doing a video called How to Get into Shin Megami Tensei 5 came out. And like a week later, I did a video called How to Get into Shin Megami Tensei or Shin Megami Tensei for Beginners, something like that. I did that video. And I remember playing that game for that video. And I was like, man, no, don't start with this game. Terrible idea. This game is super hard and super outdated. I don't even remember if I made it past the first boss because I didn't know what to do or where to go. But I was getting my ass kicked by some of the enemies in certain areas. So I don't know, you tell me, man. You should be the one telling my chat right now today how hard do you think it is. Level 58? I don't think I made it past level 5 in that fucking game. So you tell people, how hard will you rate that game? We want to know. Halloween in 10 days. Is there an JRPG with horror themes? You missed the video event. It's not only showing your username, guys. It's using your number. Like Shadow Wexia 85, Morbid 69. Hey, Shadow Wexia, thanks a bunch for the Twitch stuff 2 days ago. I really appreciate it. I fucking hate when people do this shit, man. When people join my live streams and they wait until half an hour to tell me I can't hear the music. Or I can't hear you. Well, like half an hour later, can't people tell me that like right off the bat? Join, and if immediately you can't hear anything, say it. And you were that guy last time, so thank you for that. Why did you retract your message, Mike? The hell? Anyway, Halloween, yeah, so there's gonna be, well, there's already been some special videos this month. I usually don't do these many videos, you know. I usually, when I do Halloween specials, I only do like 1 or 2 videos, you know, or a live stream or something. But some years I do celebrate it a little bit more, and I do more. I did a Digimon Survive video, which is Halloween special video. I did that. Nothing beats the complete list of horror JRPGs that I released 2 days ago. In fact, I wanted to show you guys the thumbnail that I did for. I posted the thumbnail on Patreon, but no one gave a fuck. These people are paying, but they don't give a fuck about what I post on Patreon, so... Well, as long as they pay, I guess, you know? So maybe the thumbnail was too disturbing for them. So I wanted to do a thumbnail for YouTube, but YouTube was like, no! Why not? Because it's too fucked up, dude! Your thumbnail's too fucked up! That's too fucked up! We're gonna have to add some kind of age restriction that will demonetize the video, no! So I changed the thumbnail for the one you got with the sexy redhead, and I copy and pasted a PNG image of Kudelka, which doesn't look like the Kudelka from the game, but that's the official 2D art style of Kudelka herself. So that's the one you got, which is a good thumbnail, you know? It's not really a video about the thumbnail, it's a video about there's not a complete list of horror JRPGs on anywhere. There's a bunch of top 10s, you know, the best horror JRPGs, or the best dark fantasy, the blah blah blah, the best this, the best that, the must play, the must own, blah blah blah, you know, or JRPGs with horror. No. There isn't a complete, comprehensive list of horror JRPGs released in North America. There's more. I wanted to do one including Japanese titles, you know, but you'd be surprised to know that most Japanese horror JRPGs that never left Japan aren't fan translated. So I was gonna be like, what am I gonna tell you guys in the video, right? What am I gonna do? Like, hey, this game... Well, I could tell you what Wikipedia says, maybe, if the game has a Wikipedia article. You know, the game was released like this and that, and apparently it plays like this. I can't understand anything because I don't know Japanese, but there you go. So I didn't want to do that, so I focused on the North American releases. Plus, a lot of people don't really give a shit about the Japanese exclusives, even if they're fan translated. You know, if I had reviewed Sweet Home, most people would have skipped it, you know, like fast forward. I don't give a shit about this game. I just want to know about the games in American, not in British English or New Zealand English or Australian or Canadian. No, give me the American. Okay, you got the American JRPG horror games. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Released 2 days ago. I'm streaming from Media Player. Oh, the music, you mean? Yeah, that's right. I use the Windows Media Player. I don't have a fancy media player, you know. I could download one, but I just don't need it, you know. Can I put some sexy waifus in there? In the media player? Is there a media player that I could use and capture from it? And put some sexy waifus in there or something, you know? I don't know. If not, then what's the point? What's the difference? What's wrong with media player? Don't laugh at my media player, Windows Media Player. What's wrong with it? So you have to know what fights to run from. You can be auto-stunned and just die. You will say 8 out of 10. The difficulty is 8 out of 10. You're following the law path and have had your alignment changed to chaos twice. Well, that's crazy. I didn't know you could change alignment so easily in some games. I'm used to the Shin Megami Tensei games where you just do the regular alignment at the beginning, you know? Like you just, not the beginning. Like halfway through the game, I guess what I'm trying to say is that you get like locked into one and then you can't change anymore. Like you're already locked in one alignment and that's it for the rest of the game. I'm used to those SMT games. I didn't know in some of the original games, like the first one, you could change alignments sometimes, you know. I didn't know you could do that. Wizardry. Oh, fuck. Wizardry, the only one that I made it somewhat kinda far was in the PS2 game, and that's a Japanese game. Man, what a pain in the ass. I quit playing that game. I was like, this is too much for me. Fuck it. fuck it. What do you think about the first Star Ocean? I think it's a pretty good game. It's the one everybody agrees it's a good game. It's no one's favorite, but no one shits on it, you know? It's hard to find somebody who says that game sucks, it's bad, or it's hard to find someone that game is a masterpiece, you know? It's the one everybody agrees it's good, or maybe even great, but that's it, you know? Yeah, so it's like it's always like in the middle. I've never seen anybody else's list, not even on the internet. You know, but you've seen my list probably, you know, I have a famous list with 150,000 views. I don't know why my list got so famous, and that's an old video from like 6 years ago. My Star Ocean ranked from worst to best, not including 6 because it didn't exist back then when I made the video. So I think the first Star Ocean was like in the middle, somewhere around that, you know, it's a good game. The best version of it to play is the PSP remake. I think the Super Nintendo original version, even though it's fan translated, I don't think it's that great, you know, it's very dated. The graphics look beautiful, you know, but the combat feels like very clunky and stiff. It's just better in the PSP remake. And the PSP remake also got some remaster several years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago. I don't remember, you know, it was on Switch and PS4. That version was alright, it introduced new art style, but it was kind of like, no, not great. But you could change between the original PSP art style or the remaster art style. The game let you do that, which is cool, similar to what the Langrisa remix did. So yeah, the remaster is good, you know, but I think the PSP original remake is better. You have the original Super Nintendo game. Well, I think you should get your hands on the PSP remake. I don't think it's expensive. I think it probably goes for like about $30 nowadays. Up to you, you know, that's the version that I recommend the most. About JRPG dialogue, will you use skip in the first time if possible, or do you skip when you play New Game Plus? I almost never skip any dialogue when I play the game for the first time. Almost never, unless it gets like overwhelming and the scene is so fucking stupid that... But it's super rare, even if the scenes are cringe or with slice of life, you know. I read through it, but I'm a pretty fast reader, you know, as you've seen in my live streams. I read too fast, which might be one of the reasons why it doesn't take me 80 hours to complete a JRPG like it does to some of you. No offense, you know. I'm a very fast reader, so I read too fast. So I don't have a problem, you know, with that. But on New Game Plus, I do skip dialogue, depending on how much time has passed. You know, I don't do a lot of New Game Plus. I barely do any New Game Plus walkthroughs nowadays, playthroughs nowadays. Because I just don't have the time anymore. I need to keep going, need to keep playing the next RPG in the list, and that's it, in the backlog. But back in the day, you know, if I did a second playthrough, like immediately, or like a week later, a month later, you know, yeah, then I will skip most of the dialogue, depending on the scene. Sometimes I didn't remember. Like if it's like immediately, I remember beating Shin Megami Tensei 5 twice in a row. Or Code Vein, that's another game that I beat twice in a row. Chrono Cross, many years ago, a game that I beat twice in a row, you know. So in a row means like I finished the game and the same day or the next day I was already on New Game Plus. So in those types of occasions, then yes, I skip all the dialogue. I see no point in, I mean, I just watch the whole story, you know, I don't need to see the whole story again, unless you got different routes, like in Chrono Cross or Devil Survivor. I remember beating Devil Survivor twice in a row as well. Yeah, I did exactly that, you know, I skipped the dialogue until I got to the different route, and then I didn't skip anything, because what's the point, right? You want to see the different story endings or routes or characters or dialogue or situations the characters go through, or what happens, you know, so you want to pay attention to that. Obviously, you're not going to skip anything. But yeah, like regular games, like Code Vein, for example, it's identical. Shin Megami Tensei 5, the differences are minimum, you know. So, I skipped mostly everything. But when I do a second playthrough on a New Game Plus, and it's been years, I usually don't skip anything, or only skip the scenes that I know, I remember this, you know, I know what's going to happen, so yeah. Well, sometimes you got to pay attention, right, to the scene. Otherwise, you won't know what to do. That's happened to me before on New Game Plus. I was like, man, I beat this game like 2-3 years ago. I know what to do, and I skipped an important scene. I was like, what the fuck was I supposed to do? So yeah, there we go. You celebrated your 40th birthday this past Friday, 2 days ago? Welcome to the club. You're a decomposing corpse like me. The new game plus that you never get tired of is in Parasite Eve. Really? Okay, so that's weird. I've never tried the new game plus. I know there is one. Do you get to keep your levels and everything? Because I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't even remember. But do you? Because if you do, I mean, I love Parasite Eve. I think it's a masterpiece for its time. But it's just the exploration is severely outdated. The battle system is amazing, right? The music, everything is amazing about that game. But the exploration, running around, I move so slowly, you know, and this... Unless you're using some kind of upscaler, which can only be done in a regular PS1 emulator, not in RetroArch. That's why I've never been able to do it. For PS1 games, at least. It doesn't look very well. The graphics are a bit dated, too. The in-game graphics. I don't mean, the cinematics look amazing, even to this day. But the in-game graphics look very dated. It's a polygonal game from 1998. You know, but yeah, running around feels very dated. Yeah, okay, so you keep your levels. Okay, you don't remember exactly what. Okay. You keep all your gear. Well, that's important, you know, keeping all your gear. When a game doesn't let you keep your levels, but it lets you keep your gear, that's almost the same. Like, if you got your final gear, that means your stats are insanely high, you know? That's a good thing, you know? Parasite Eve, you get to keep one weapon and armor. But can you keep the final weapon and the final armor? Like the most powerful thing you found on your first playthrough? Because if so, then it's pretty much the same as doing a new game plus or carrying your levels. Because you're overpowered, so you can just breeze through the game. That's a really good game. Maybe I'll beat it again one of these days. Trails of Cold Steel 4, there was a true ending after beating the game. Did you get the true ending? Yeah, I did get the true ending. I didn't even have to look it up. I remember... Well, you kind of needed to do something different, right? To trigger the true ending. I don't even remember. I beat that game like 6 years ago, 5 years ago. 5 years ago. It came out 5 years ago, and I got it brand new, you know, almost brand new when it came out. And I beat it. And I don't remember what you needed to do to get the true ending in Cold Steel 4, but I am pretty sure I got it. But yeah, I don't remember if you... I mean, I don't remember, to be honest. You should be moving your stats over from gun to gun. What gun you have doesn't matter. It's been a while, you know, I played it recently, but only like the first half an hour of it. I did a live stream of it on Patreon with alongside its sequel and Kudelka on Patreon. But I didn't get to secondary weapon. I didn't even beat the first mission, you know. I was just for Patreon, you know. I beat the game many years ago. In fact, I remember doing a live stream of that game in 2019, the first couple of hours, and then I kept playing the game on my own offline. That was the first time I beat it, because the first time I played this game, I had a pirated copy of it many years ago, and disc 2 never worked, and I never bothered getting a new copy of it, pirate copy or original. You know, I never bothered with that until 2019. I got it for cheap, you know. I don't think the game is that expensive nowadays. I think it goes for like $50 or $60. How much does it go for nowadays? Oh, I know. Kudelka is insanely expensive, but Parasite Eve, the first one, $83. Oh, wow. The second one sells for $114. Jesus Christ. Well, there's a greatest hits version for $70. 70, wow. So the original Parasite Eve, Especially the version with the Xenogears demo. $83 nowadays. Fuck, man, that's not what I paid for it. I remember paying... It was in Canada. I had recently moved to Canada back then. And like a month later, I found the game, mint condition, with the demo, complete in box. Probably paid like $30 for it. Probably less, you know. Probably 30 Canadian dollars, which is like 20 or 25 US dollars, you know. So I got it for cheap. Anyway, so that's when I beat it, you know. But the first time I played it, these two wouldn't work. That was like 10, 15 years ago. So there's a boss fight, and immediately after the boss fight, the game asks you to change to disc 2. And I did that and didn't work. And I couldn't even save before that boss fight. So anyway, old stories. That's the price of piracy and emulation. Even nowadays, when I watch certain shows or movies online for free, you know, I'm watching a show called Invasion, and really fucking good. But sometimes it starts like buffering or it freezes, and I gotta like fast forward like 2 seconds to make it work again. You know, it is what it is. You want things for free, you can have them, but with most of them come with some issues. Are you aware of the trick of using your parasite energy and then switching out your armor to refill your armor during battle? It only works once per battle though. No, I didn't know that. Some people know these really very interesting tricks. You know, many years ago, I started a series. What was like 6 years ago, actually. It's been 6 years. 6 years ago, I started a series called 10 Things You Didn't Know About. I don't know if you guys remember that series. I did 20 episodes in the course of like 5 years, and then I canceled the series. So I did that series, and when I planned it, I remember thinking about it, saying, maybe I should do... I mean, the title of every video is going to be that 10 things you didn't know about, but what if I focus only on tricks and tips, you know? So when people click on it, you know, they're going to be like, oh, I didn't know that, you know, I could have done a 10 things you didn't know about Parasite Eve and put that trick, you know, I didn't know that. But I just felt like back then there were a lot of videos like that, like tips and tricks about this or that game, you know, and barely anyone was talking about the history of the games, or their development, or trivia about them. You know, oh, this game had a manga, or it's based on a book, or the author did this, or the producer wanted to do this, you know, or some things about the game itself, like the video I did on Chrono Cross, you know, like, hey, this game has, well, the Carly and Kid situation, you know, stuff like that. So I decided to go for that. It just seemed more interesting to me than finding just tips and tricks. And I've never really been a tips and tricks guy. I have used them in the past for some games, but very rarely. I'm usually the guy to get the endings and recruit all the characters or stuff like that. Not usually to abuse certain tricks to break the game or something. And I did do a top 10 a long time ago called 10 JRPGs that are easily broken. I think it was like 2 years ago or something. That was a fun video to do. Watch that video. Those are 10 games that you can break easily, but not really into the tips and tricks stuff, you know. I don't care about new games, Malface. You should know that already. What is this thing here? You guys can't see this, you know, but it's giving me a +1 stuff here, and I click on it and nothing happens. You know what? What's this? Anyway, so yeah, that's the thing about tips and tricks. You guys should go back and rewatch that series. Good music, right? Should I put Nemisa back? So people can ask. I don't know. Let's put Nemisa here. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it there. Just to see. I want that guy to join the chat and ask, what's up with the Mesa picture in there? What's happening? Now I want that. Maybe the Mesa is gonna bring more people asking questions. You know, soon... I was gonna wait for more people to join, but... These... I feel like... Never mind. Never mind. Oh yeah, I was gonna do a... Remember? 2 streams ago, I said that I was gonna do a thing near the end of every stream. Like, I'm gonna play a game at the end of every Q&A, near the end. Like 15 minutes before it ends. And I was gonna do a poll and ask you guys can vote to what do you want to see me playing for the last 15 minutes. Soul Hackers. She's from Soul Hackers. It's okay to be ignorant. Soul Hackers is not really a popular game. Everybody knows the series and Persona, you know, but when it comes to Shin Megami Tensei, half of the games, I believe, are still a bit unknown. Like, I wouldn't call Soul Hackers a hidden gem. Because I think people know it, but it's not one of the most well-known Shin Megami Tensei games. So it's Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. Long-ass name. It was released on Sega Saturn, only in Japan, and then we got a remaster on 3DS, like 10 years ago. That's the version that I played. Thank you, Dysfunctor. Yeah, I got it. I think it's Chinese. The t-shirt I'm wearing. Did you ever play Radical Dreamers? Thoughts on visual novel adventure games? I'm not really a fan of those. I did play Radical Dreamers and I got stuck. I got soft locked near the end. I did a bad decision and I couldn't defeat the final boss. And he was like, really? And not because I was sucking at it, no, because it was impossible. I got soft locked. I got locked. So you can get locked in that game and fuck up and you need to restart the whole fucking game. So I did that and that pissed me off, you know, and I abandoned the game. It was pretty cool, you know, but it wasn't like, wow, Radical Dreamers, an absolute must-play for Chrono Cross fans. Nah, it's okay. You know, it's interesting. But visual novels, I'm not really a fan. Adventure games. You mean adventure like text adventure games, right? Not adventure games as in Zelda. Yeah, so I don't know why I get that question very often, you know. There's always that one guy asking me about visual novels. Not sure why, probably because the genre has become so popular in the past few years. Thanks to all of those sexy and kinky Switch games. Are those still there? I mean, considering how fucking Puritan Nintendo has become. Are all those visual novel... Like the Sakura whatever, there's like 10 Sakura games, Sakura this, Sakura that, Sakura Succubus, stuff like that. Are those fucking games still on the Switch? Anyway, I'm not really a fan of those games, I'd rather just read a book. I did do a visual novel of my own, like in 2011. Members can watch, members of this channel, if you click the join button, you can watch the first episode. Just make absolutely sure to watch it on a full screen on a computer or on your TV. Because it wasn't developed, my visual novel wasn't done for phone, so the font of the dialogue, the character dialogue is gonna be like really small, you won't be able to see anything, you know. Or I don't know, maybe give it a try if you want to. But it's best to watch on a full screen on your computer or on your TV. Episode 1, it's called The Sephira Project. It's a visual novel I did in 2011. It's got a lot of music from different bands. Most of them I listened back then to, but some of them I still listen to nowadays. Others are like, why the hell did I listen to this band back in the day, you know? The songs are still great. And yeah, it's here on YouTube, you know. You guys, members can watch the first episode. Happy Horror Month, says Dysfunctor. Thank you very much for that, dude, and cheers to you too. Appreciate that. I still have one more video, or maybe two, celebrating horror. I went bonkers this month, and like I was saying before, you know, I was. I'm usually not this. I don't celebrate the entire Halloween month on YouTube. I usually do just one video the entire month, or a couple of videos, or a live stream or something. But this month, I was like, man, I'm gonna do a bunch of videos, horror. Not every single one of them. You know, I've done others this month that have nothing to do with horror. So far, it's the God Eater 3 review, which isn't really a horror game, but it's got some dark fantasy elements, you know. And then I did the Digimon Survive horror review, and then the list from 2 days ago. And I still have like one more. Anyway, thank you, I appreciate it. You don't like visual novel games. Nobody does. I feel like whenever I talk about those, well, the types of visual novels that I like are the ones that are RPGs. Like half of the game is a visual novel, sure, but the other half is like an RPG. Like Utawari Mono, Sakura Wars, Fate Extra, you know, games like that. I fucking love them. When you give me 90%, 95% dialogue and 5% gameplay, no. Just no. Are you planning on playing Sabrina the Teenage Witch on Halloween? You got it, bro. On the 31st. And it's gonna be my most viewed live stream ever. I was just checking yesterday I was checking my live streams. All the live streams that I've done here on YouTube. From like the most viewed to the least viewed. And there's a lot of them. I didn't make it all the way to the bottom, but my 3 most popular live streams in this channel, you know, are Chrono Cross live streams. Wow. What a surprise. I guess I should be grateful, you know, or that should make me feel humble, because a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of YouTubers out there have done videos on their favorite games or live streams, and they aren't their most viewed live streams or videos even, you know. But my top 3 most viewed, most popular live streams are Chrono Cross related. Fuck. Number 1 is the review I did on the Radical Dreamers remaster. I did that one live. Number 2 was the live stream of the original PS1 version. It lasted for like 3.5 hours. And that was like in December 31st, 2019. The last live stream of the previous decade. I was still living in Canada when I did that stream. That was an epic stream. A lot of people joined, I remember. And then the third one is the live stream of the remaster, which came out like 3.5 years ago. Can't believe it. Number 4, I think it was like Grow Lancer. I did a full playthrough of Grow Lancer 5, and the first part got like 19,000 views, like 20,000 views. It's insane. Appreciate that. Xenosaga 1, 90% cutscenes. No, you're exaggerating, man. Come on. That's not true. Xenosaga 1, 2 and 3 also, you know, you got like maybe 65% cutscenes, 35% gameplay, or 40, like 60-40. Come on, man. That's not true. 95, that's an exaggeration. You want to see 95 cutscenes, you know? Play one of those adventure games on PS Vita, like the Wolf Among Us, or the Batman games, you know, the Walking Dead games. Those are like that. But come on. Xenosaga. Anyway, should I do the poll? Wait, I gotta pick my games. Because YouTube only lets me pick 4 games to play at the end of the live stream. What should it be? It needs to be something retro, you know? Preferably something I already have in my computer, so I don't have to download it, you know? Don't ask for a fucking PS2 game, you know? It's gonna take like 5-10 minutes to download. Which is okay, you know, but we won't have time for that. So it's gotta be something. And what should it be? Like, I'm gonna do the same thing next Sunday, because it's the last Sunday before Halloween. So that's gonna be the Halloween themed. Today it could be more random, you know. and something fun, you know. It's only gonna be 15 minutes, so I can't just put an RPG in there. Because then all we're gonna see is fucking cutscenes or dialogue, you know. I won't be able to play the game unless I have a file. What should I put? Final Fantasy Legends? Well, it starts up pretty fast, you know. Grand Stream Saga? No. That's a no, don't make me play that. Terrible game. That's probably gonna be my next episode of the worst JRPGs ever live streams. It's not that terrible, you know, but it's fucking bad. Like, nowadays I feel like I have more respect for Hoshigami than Grand Stream Saga. Definitely not Laplace's Demon. What's that? Laplace's Demon on the SNES has a fan translation? So what's that? Don't waggle your finger at live a Grand Stream? Oh, you're a big fan of the game? Sorry, man, I fucking hate it. I think it's a bad game. Shaq Fu. I'm gonna put some fucking bad games. How about some hard as shit games, man? How about I throw it? You know, this morning, I beat Tiny Toon's Adventure. I was like, every morning I play RPGs. Because it's part of what I do, it's my job, you know. I've been doing that for like 10 years. You know? Every morning, I play an RPG. But this morning I was like, fuck it, you know, I'm gonna play Tiny Toon's Adventure on the NES. It's fucking brutal! And you wanna know why it's so fucking brutal? It's not because the stages are hard. They're kind of hard, some of them are kind of unfair, you know? No. It's because if you die near the end or at the boss fight, you go back to the beginning of the stage. And you can only have 9 lives. It's not like you can collect a lot of carrots or a lot of whatever you want and then exchange them for lives, because you can do that. No, if you already have 9 lives, you can't go any higher than that. 9 lives. You know, and if you die at the boss, you go back to the beginning of the stage, not the checkpoint, not stage 1.2 or 1-3, no, the 1-1, motherfucker. So I used save states. I cheated. I don't give a shit, man. I don't feel embarrassed in the bit. I think I can do a Castlevania. You know, it's a super hard game, you know, but I can do it. Maybe I can do it without the save states. Tiny Toon Adventures can go fuck itself, man. What's up with that? 9 lives, and if you die, you go back to the first stage. I mean, if you're fighting the boss, wouldn't it be more fair to let you fight the boss right away? No, you get sent to the very beginning, man. Ghosts and Goblins, and yeah, that's an insanely hard game. Alright, so everybody's asking to... Well, I'm gonna do the poll. Pit Fighter? Holy shit. So you want me to play something extremely fucking horrendous? Why haven't they made a Castlevania RPG? Or something similar? Okay, they have done similar things. You know, a lot of people would argue that the Symphony of the Night is an RPG. Or the Nintendo DS games, you know, Order of Ecclesia, Portrait of Ruin. You know, a lot of people will tell you those are RPGs. Hell, a lot of people will tell you Curse of Darkness on the PS2 is an RPG. Like, I don't see them as RPGs, you know, but... So they have done something similar. But a Castlevania RPG, like turn-based RPG or something, they haven't done that. I would love to see that. But maybe not nowadays. You know, everything in the game will be too offensive. Crosses will be offensive. Vampires will be offensive. A little bit of blood will be offensive. So who fuck wants to see that? Some fucking fan should do that game as a homebrew, you know, and then I will play the shit out of that. 9 lives are still better than 6 lives. Oh, fuck, yeah, Terminator. So Brian says Kid Icarus. So I'm gonna add what you guys told me, you know. We got Kid Icarus. We got Ghosts and Goblins. You just want to torture me, huh? Pit Fighter. We need one more. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You guys want to torture me with 15 minutes of that? Fuck. You guys are cruel. You're evil. Why do you want to see people suffering, huh? What do you get from that? Why do you get off? You sociopaths. What game should I torture myself with today? Alright, so we got Shaq Fu or Pit Fighter. No one's gonna vote Pit Fighter because nobody knows it. Let's just go with Shaq Fu, you know. It's a more well-known game. Shaq Fu, SNES. Okay, so Kid Icarus isn't a bad game, but it's fucking brutal. Icarus, NES. So we get Ghosts and Ghouls and Ghosts. No, it's Ghosts and Goblins, right? Ghosts and Goblins, NES. And what else? Nothing but NES. It can't be just NES. Come on. Ninja Gaiden. I would love to play Ninja Gaiden. That game isn't torture. It's super hard, but it's fun. Ghosts and Goblins is hard, you know, but it's... Batman. No, give me something bad. Something bad or something extremely brutal, you know. I fucking hate Paperboy. Should we go with that? I fucking hate that game. Are these games what Eric plans to play on Halloween next month? No. Next month? I mean, for Halloween month? No. Zombies Ate My Neighbors? That's a really fun game. Come on, it needs to be something like... I want to delete Kid Icarus, you know. Let's just delete Kid Icarus. Splatterhouse? It's bad games. Battletoads? Oh my god. You want Battletoads? I can't do Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, man. I will get demonetized. Remember, this is Snowflake YouTube. Dolphin Blue on the Dreamcast, I don't have it. I will have to download it. Alright, just because you're still a member, I'm gonna leave Kid Icarus on the NES. We need one more. We got Shaq Fu, Kid Icarus, Ghosts and Goblins, and one more to start the poll, but your games aren't convincing me. Echo the Dolphin is just a boring game, you know? It's like, I wouldn't say that that's torture. Please don't say Dream TV. What about the original Shantae? Fuck. So, Battletoads maybe? Come on. One more. Pick something bad, really fucking bad. Ghosts and Goblins already there. Battletoads isn't a bad game, come on. Altered Beast on the Genesis. Silver Surfer, alright. Silver. Oh, the Wizard of Oz, that's better. Alright. There we go. Start voting. We got Shaq Fu, Kid Icarus, Ghosts and Goblins, and Wizard of Oz. Ghosts and Goblins is a good game, but it's in ridiculous Alien Syndrome. Oh yeah, I never been able to beat that game. That's an insanely hard game. Battletoads the same. Unlimited Saga, I don't have it. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, huh? Well, there you got the poll, people. Start voting. What game should I torture myself with today? We should make it a thing, you know? This is gonna be a new thing on the Q&As from now on. Nothing but bad fucking games. Brian, have you noticed that the poll has already started? You don't have to suggest any more games. The poll is up, guys. You can't suggest any more games. It's over. Just pick between the 4 that I put there. Wow, Ghosts and Goblins is winning. Oh. Well, at least everybody's voting for the good game. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now don't make me play the Wizard of Oz. Isn't Kid Chameleon on... Oh, that's an NES game, right? I almost confused it for the Nintendo 64 game. That's just Chameleon, right? That's a really weird game. I think Chameleon on the 64 was like a good idea, but kind of poorly executed. What, no one's gonna ask for Nemisa? Nobody cares. Nobody cares, Nemisa. I'm sorry. How do I look at Nemisa? Like this? I'm looking at her, right? Nobody cares, Nemisa. Nobody cares about you. Nobody's asking about you. You're not popular. Nobody gives a fuck. I successfully dodged Silver Surfer. Just because somebody added the Wizard of Oz at the end. You need naked Nemisa? Yeah, sure. I'll do that. She's from Soul Hackers 3DS. I did a live stream of it. It was one of my lives. Soul Hackers was one of my last live streams before I decided to quit playing games live here on YouTube. So that's why I'm doing them on the Q&As now. Because the live stream was a massive failure. You see, Nemisa? No one cares. Nobody watched your live stream. Not even YouTube didn't recommend your live stream. Why? It's a broken game? Soul Hackers or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Somebody fixed the game, somebody did a hack of it many years ago, and it's still bad. You can't fix a broken game, a bad game. Just because it's broken, no. You can't fix a bad game. You need to remake it from start. And then somebody did a remake of it. And it wasn't that bad, you know, but it was still kind of bad. Lost Odyssey, no deaths? What are you talking about? Are you high on something, dude? Nobody wants me to play Shaq Fu apparently today. Thank you. Appreciate it. Pit Fighter is much worse though. What's the name of the NES fighting game? That's fucking horrendous. That's like officially the worst fighting game ever made. Karate? No. What's the name of that fucking game? Karate Champ. Oh my god. I don't know which the worst fighting game of all time. Karate Champ or any version of Pit Fighter. There isn't one single redeemable version of Pit Fighter. The game is available everywhere in the early 90s consoles, you know. Everywhere. Every fucking version is just as atrocious. Somebody should do a ranking of that. Pit Fighter versions ranked from worst to best. Karateka Atari 7800. I've never played that. Is it that bad? Kung Fu isn't bad. Come on, that's a good game. It's super hard, but it's a good game on the NES. That's a good game. What are you talking about? Z wanted to vote for Shaq Fu. He really wanted to torture me. Well, these games are all torture, man. Ghosts and Goblins is a good game, but it's fucking torture. I can't even beat the first stage of the Super Nintendo game, which is supposed to be easier. Is Shaq Fu really that hard? I don't think it's hard, more like it's just bad. It's very bad. That's never gonna happen, Vent. I wish that could happen, you know. I wish I was skillful enough to beat... I have beaten some fucking hard as fuck games without save states like I did this morning. I have beaten some hardcore games, NES games in the past. I've beaten every mini game in Skate or Die. How many people can say that, huh? I know everybody says that's a terrible game, you know, but it was my childhood. And I love it. It's bad. It's a bad game. It's a bad game. I fucking love it. You know, and everybody hates the game. Yeah, Skate or Die. I've beaten every single minigame. Hundreds of times. Fucking love it. Perfect score. Okay, that was a bad example. So what hard game have I ever... What's my pride? What game on the NES have I ever beaten with no save states that I'm proud of? This is gonna be hard. No, I have yet to beat Gobble. That's a really hard game. It's Gobble with a U. Okay? It's Gooble. Gooble. Gobble is pronounced Gobble, but it's Gooble with a U. No. How dare you? I've beaten the arcade game. I've beaten Turtles 2 on the NES, which is a really hard game. That is probably one of my hardest NES games that I've ever beaten. You know, but it's like nobody can brag about that. It's not that hard. It's hard, but it's not that hard. I've never beaten any Castlevania game, you know. Ninja Gaiden, Battletoads, never. I've beaten Mario. I was waiting for you to ask me the same question you ask me on every Q&A event, if I have played the Rans games. Stop asking that. When I play them, I'll let you know. In fact, I'm gonna start the live stream saying, "Hey, is Vant watching? I played Rans finally." And then he's gonna keep asking the same question. He needs to see me beat the game live, all the games in the series, multiple times to stop asking that question. Is Urban Champion considered hard? I don't know that game. I know it's on PS2 though, I've never played it. I know it's very bad. You beat Castlevania 3? Holy shit, man. That's an achievement. That Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse on the NES, that's probably the hardest Castlevania game ever made, right? I mean, what's considered as the hardest? There's gotta be a million lists out there on the internet or here on YouTube, right? Like, what's the hardest? Not the best, the hardest Castlevania game ever made. Isn't it 3? Or isn't it like the one on, like, come, I don't know much, you know, about Castlevania. I know Castlevania 3 is like legendary for being extremely hard. So you beat Dark Souls, okay. You beat East 3 and the 7th Saga on the SNES. You beat the 7th Saga, oh wow. East 3 is super hard, the original. I beat the remake on easy. 7th Saga, holy shit. I have a video, you know, when it comes to JRPGs, I have a video, I did a video. It's a pretty popular video, it's got almost 100,000 views, you know. 90-something thousand views. It's called that, top 10 hardest JRPGs I've beaten. And I can brag about those, you know, Valkyrie Profile 2, Devil Survivor, original version. But regular games, and especially NES, fuck, I don't know. I don't think I beat too many, you know. I beat Donkey Kong Jr. This conversation is turning into a cringe conversation. Let's change the subject. Is there one particular game that you've beaten and are amazed about it to this day? Yeah, like Devil Survivor on the NES, on the DS, the original version. Valkyrie Profile 2, insanely hard. So watch the video, you know. I beat Luminous Arc 2. Final boss is fucking bullshit. Bullshit. I beat Spectral Souls, but I cheated on that, so that doesn't count. I beat Grow Lancer 4. Beat that. Grow Lancer 4, Wayfarer of Time on PSP. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's hard. I beat... I don't even remember what other games were in that video. I don't remember... What? That can't be possible. Well, Chrono Cross is fucking hard. I mean, it isn't one of the hardest, you know, but it's fucking hard. Is Nemisa blocking me? No. I beat Octopath Traveler. Not much to brag about, you know, but it's a hard game. Octopath, the first one. I beat Code Vein. Sure, not as hard as Bloodborne, but it's fucking hard. Code Vein. I don't remember what else, you know. I beat Ark Rise Fantasia on the Wii. That's a fucking piece of great game, but it's infuriatingly hard. Ark Rise Fantasia, Wii, exclusive to the Wii. Fuck, really fuck. What else? I beat Rogue Galaxy. Rogue Galaxy, PS2 version. Original version. Fucking hell. Anybody who's ever beaten that game can agree with me. The final boss. The final boss, man. It's like 10 battles in a row. 10 fucking battles in a row. Rogue Galaxy. Beat that. That's I can brag about that. Is Eternal Poison hard? Yes, it is. Not as hard as the ones that I just mentioned, you know, but it's hard. You beat Chrono Cross. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, Ark Rise Fantasia, brutal, man. Brutal game. Why do you feel bad for East 1? Suguri? I haven't beaten that many shoot 'em ups, you know. I've beaten Shikondo, Caladrius Blaze, you know, but most of these shoot 'em ups have infinite continue, so Neo Geo Ultimate Shooting, you know, they have infinite continue, so they don't count. Shoot 'em ups like the NES or SNES era or Genesis, holy shit, man, I haven't beaten a single one of those. I'm pretty bad. The Wii has very few JRPGs in its library. It has 30, you know. We got like 20 something, 25 of them. We missed some. We missed Earth Seeker. We missed that one game with the motion controls. I don't remember the name of it. We got most of them, you know. Parodius? Yeah, I have. Fucking hardcore. The last story on the Wii, it's not that hard, you know. Moon Crystal. Yes, I have, Jerry. Actually, I played it live here on YouTube. I played it on Twitch, and then I uploaded the game, the stream live on here on YouTube, you know. It's called Obscure NES Games. That was like a year ago. You can find the live stream here if you want to watch it. And I played Moon Crystal. Super hard game. Never made it past the 3rd stage. When you finally go underground, you know. And there's a few tricks. You gotta open the door and then run past the enemies without getting killed, you know, too. And that's fuck that part. Yeah, so he's 10, proud Nordic, you know, but who knows what's coming, you know. It's Nice America, right? Parodius, yeah, fucking hardcore game, man. Shit. Koritanae Keep? Is that the last dungeon? That's where I got stuck. I never beat Tactics Ogre either because of that. Because there's a level cap and I couldn't go any higher. And when the final boss is like 10 fucking maps in a row. And you need a walkthrough to get through them. Because otherwise you can mess up and end up repeating doors. Repeating like maps, and they're fucking every single one of those maps is super hard. I've never beaten that, but I made it that far at least, you know. Oh, Proud Nordics is gonna be a key game card? Well, that's probably gonna be on Switch, right? Is it going? Is it going to be released physically on PS5 at least? Yeah, I mean the keycard situation, you know. Nintendo wants you to buy their games at $80, and you're not even getting a cartridge because poor them, you know, it's too expensive now. Nintendo is like a bank nowadays. It is what it is. Alright, so Ghosts and Goblins is still winning. Kid Icarus is... you see, nobody wants me to play bad games. Their bad games are losing bad. Shaq Fu and Wizard of Oz, nobody cares. It's a competition between Kid Icarus and Ghosts and Goblins, which are good games. Well, Kid Icarus is like... Yeah, you're probably the only one, Jerry. There's a lot of fans here who are fans of strategy RPGs. I've beaten like 200 probably. No, I think I added some this week. I added some new stuff in the blog. If you want to check it out, you know. There's now a link to my God Eater review, God Eater 3 review, and my Digimon Survive review, and others. Before, click there in the chat. I left the link to my RPG scores, you know. Glad to see there's a lot of blue underlined games in the list. That's great. I know everybody wants me to do a review of Time and Eternity. A 2-hour long review of Time and Eternity. But no, that's not gonna happen. I haven't done some of my favorites, you know. I've never done a review of Suikoden 5. Path of Radiance, well, I'm waiting for the fucking Nintendo to put it on the Switch 2 online. I did a podcast based on Persona 3, but that was based mostly on the remake. And half of the podcast was like me ranting about it. I've never done an Apocalypse, Radiant Dawn, Valkyria Chronicles, Trails of Cold Steel 4. Trails, I might do like a review of the entirety of the 4 games, you know, all 4 games in one video. That's gonna be a long review. Xenosaga 3. Radiant Historia, I haven't done a review on that. I did 10 things you didn't know about Radiant Historia. Anyway, HackGU, yeah. We're getting there, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, one of these days. How do you manage to not get bored of playing? Probably because I don't spend the whole day playing games, you know. I do other things, like work, write scripts, go live and answer questions like that. Play the guitar, watch shows, watch TV, you know, so I do different things, you know. I think people who play games all day long, you know, they might get bored. Well, I was there when Shaq Fu came out, but I didn't even know the game existed until I was an adult. Path of Radiance is on Switch Online. No, it isn't. Not yet. It's not there. It's not there yet. I will know. I've been looking every week for it, you know. Let's look here on YouTube, you know, Path of Radiance. Switch 2. Nope. Somebody would have uploaded a video already about it, you know. Path of Radiance on the GameCube. I mean, on the Wii too. There aren't any videos. None whatsoever. Just people saying... talking about when it was announced. You know? Path of Radiance is not on the Switch 2 yet. They want me to suffer? They want me to suffer with Ghosts and Goblins? Well, I mean 40 votes already, but we still have time. Yeah, we still have time. Anything can happen, but I guess Ghosts and Goblins is gonna be the winner. But anything can happen. Is there any modern RPG you haven't played? What? The Disgaea Saga is modern? The first game was released 24 years ago, man. What are you talking about? I don't play modern games. Aha! You should have recommended the Cheetah Man. Yeah. Well, you kind of hate the SNES Online. They load it full of games we don't want to play, but never the games you want. Well, I don't think the SNES Online is made specifically to fit your criteria. Like, it isn't great. It isn't that great or anything, you know, but it's got a lot of the classics. It's missing some, though. Well, last I checked, that was like 5 years ago, 3-4 years ago, you know, I don't even remember. I don't know if they added some more cool stuff, you know, but a lot of the classics are there. The Mario games are there, all of them. Except the Mario is Missing game. Is that why you're so angry towards the SNES Online? You hate it because Mario is missing, it's not there? God, this fucking game should be there. Everybody should play this game. Yeah, there were a lot of RPGs on the SNES. A lot. We only got like 20 something. But there were over 80. There's a lot of SNES RPGs we never got. I try my best to cover them, you know. Most people aren't interested in them. They care more about the PS1, PS2 RPGs, you know, PSP maybe. SNES, I try my best sometimes, but getting my viewers interested in them, it's hard. But you guys should play God. I covered it like a few weeks ago. God, GOD, Growth of the Devolution on the SNES. That's an amazing game. You need to play it. Amazing game. Matto Anomalies. Good soundtrack. That's a good game. Some political bullshit is in there near the end, you know, but it's good. I did a review of it. I bitched about the politics, of course. I had to. That was like a year and a half ago. Actually, I haven't. Speaking about SNES JRPGs that never left Japan, I haven't played that many, you know. I played God. I played Bahamut Lagoon. I've played Emerald Dragon. All three amazing games, you know, all three of them. All three of those are highly recommended. Bahamut Lagoon especially. What else? Dual Orb 2. Broken. Super broken game. Treasure of the Rudras. I've played that. I haven't beaten that, but I've played that. Treasure of the Rudras. I played the original Star Ocean. The original Tales of Fantasia. Not the best versions of those two games to play though, but I played them there. Yeah, we're talking about JRPGs that never left Japan. Chrono Trigger did come to North America. I know there's gotta be one more, you know, at least. Monstania. I played that on the SNES. Fan translated. I didn't like it. Monstania. So yeah, there's more. Did you know there's a 7th Saga sequel on the SNES? We never got it. Obviously we didn't get it because Enix of America fucked up the localization of the first game. And it was a failure for obvious reasons. For good, justifiable reasons. But 7th Saga 2 exists on the SNES. Fan translated. Maybe I'll play that one day. Terranigma did... Well, it didn't come to North America, but it didn't stay in Japan. We're talking about JRPGs that stayed in Japan. Japanese exclusives, you know. Yeah, Tales of Fantasia on the Game Boy Advance is the worst version of it to play. And that's the only one we got. The irony. Oh my god, the irony. One of the biggest ironies in JRPG history. Out of all the versions of that game, we got the worst one. What's up, Elias? Yeah, so... That's it. You know, I haven't played that many Super Nintendo Super Famicom JRPGs. Let's call them Super Famicom. You know? I played all of the Super Nintendo ones. And Terranigma, you know? The PAL ones, you know, but the Japanese exclusives, I still have a long way to go. Well, yeah, Fantasia's PS1 version is the best of it to play. That's right, Praetor. That's the one. One of those cases. It's almost as if Working Designs localized the 7th Saga, but no, it was fucking Enix of America. Most of the Super Robot Wars are only in Japan. Yeah, and there's a bunch of Game Boy. I don't know if there's one on the NES. I don't think so. Game Boy Color, you know. Is there one on the SNES? I don't think so. Is there? I don't know. Star Ocean on Super Famicom Hard? I don't know, man. I never beat it there. I beat it on the PSP. Great music from the only sports game that I like, this one. International Superstar Soccer. How's the poll going? Yeah, so Ghosts and Goblins is probably gonna win. Vote in the poll, guys. Come on, there's like 60 people watching and there's only 45 votes. You kidding me? Fucking vote. Well, you want to see me torture myself with Wizard of Oz? Thank God. I haven't played Dragon Quest V or 4. Yeah, or 6. Those two were originally released on the SNES. 5 and 6, I've never played the original versions. I played the DS remakes. Nintendo DS remakes, not the original versions. Dragon Quest V also got a remake on the PlayStation 2 and it's fan translated, believe it or not. A lot of people debate. I think the PS2 version is like the best version of Dragon Quest V to play, except the DS version you get a new girl, a new waifu. She's exclusive to the Nintendo DS version. I haven't decided which version I want to play or finish one day. I played only the Nintendo DS version, but I've never finished it. I don't know which version I want to play. Yeah, that's right. We never got the first Star Ocean. Britney's Dance Beat on PS2. Well, I can't modify the poll, and I will have to download the game. And you want to see me torture myself? Go to my Twitch channel and watch the Mercenaries Wings game. Oh my god, fucking hard game since the very beginning. It's one of those that goes hard since the beginning. Fucking hell, man. Of course I'm gonna continue playing that game, because of course. If I'm gonna torture myself, I guess I should say that I'm a strategy RPG masochist. Like, I'm still playing Luminous Arc 3, and it's insanely broken, and not broken, but very unbalanced. There's several nasty spikes, very nasty, and a lot of 2 maps in a row. Oh man. Fucking hell, but I'm still playing it, you know. I'm a strategy RPG masochist. Maybe turn-based RPG masochist. Action, not much. If it's too hard, I don't play it, I don't finish it, I rage quit on it, or I play it on easy. But turn-based and strategy, especially strategy, I guess I'm a masochist. Yeah, what's wrong with me, huh? What's wrong with you people? Fucking people saying you beat the 7th Saga. What? Why would you beat the 7th Saga, man? Why would you do that? You beat it? Do you beat the original Dragon Quest V version? I don't know, man. I'm gonna stick to the remake on DS or PS2. I haven't made my decision, you know, but then again, I don't think anybody cares about my opinion on that game. I become the face of hidden JRPG gems. which is a good thing. But whenever I talk about famous games, no one gives a fuck anymore. Barely anyone watched my review of Tales of Destiny, or Legendia, or Fate Extra, because those games aren't exactly obscure anymore. I'm not gonna do the Wild Arms review that I promised in my top. I didn't promise anything. I just said I might have to do a competitive review of these. No, I'm not doing that. From now on, if I release reviews, JRPG reviews, you know, on my channel, it's gonna be obscure shit. I mean, there's just so many fucking reviews of Wild Arms. You know, nobody cares. Right? 47 votes. We still have some time. Or are people still waiting, you know, for me to play the game? It's gonna be like the last 15 minutes of the stream. So we got like 25 minutes-ish. Yeah, I'd say like 20, 25 minutes for the poll to end. But I'm guessing, you know, I'm gonna have to play Ghosts and Goblins. Play me some Ghosts and Goblins, which is okay, you know. I was scared the other two fucking games will win. Oh my god, thank god. Shaq Fu, holy shit. I already did that live. You saw that. Oh, you mean beating the game? You with Hoshigami, huh? Nah. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever beat Hoshigami. I don't know, man. It's not a bad guy. It wasn't as bad as I thought, you know. It's still kinda bad. It's not that bad, though, but we'll see. For now, it's gonna be in the backlog. I have other priorities. I already have 3 games extra in my backlog. What device will you take with you traveling? Device? My laptop. My laptop. I will take that with me. With me. Oh man, I didn't upload a video on my TikTok channel, did I? I'm gonna upload a video on my TikTok channel right now. I'm gonna upload a Shantae rant video. Shantae rant. The good thing about TikTok is that you can upload videos anytime, anywhere. They're so short, you know, that it uploads in like 2 seconds. There we go, Shantae. Rage. Shantae Rage. Hashtags Shantae. Is Shantae popular? Rage. What about Rage Quit? The original Shantae on Game Boy Color, man. I don't know. There we go. Shantae. Is it Rage though? Oh yeah, I guess it was. Now I remember what happened. Fucking hell. Post. Yeah, potential issues my ass. There we go. Shantae Game Boy GBC Rage. Check it out. Well, it's still under review. I'll share it in a bit. Give me some time. 51 votes. Ghosts and Goblins still winning. All right, so I guess it's decided. We still have a few minutes more to go. At least 15 minutes to go, but I doubt we're gonna see anything change. It's gonna have to be Ghosts and Goblins, you know. Or maybe people don't even understand the question. They're like, what game should I torture myself with today? I should have put like, what game should I torture myself live? Oh, I can't edit? Come on, I need to clarify. I'm gonna play the game, the winner, in that poll you see in the chat. I'm gonna play it right now in 20 minutes. Okay? 20 minutes. Oh, you think it's because it's more Halloween appropriate? Oh, that's why people are voting for it? Well, next Sunday is the last Q&A of October, so I'm gonna have to do Halloween stuff. Some horror shit. Why What? What's better, Shantae or Bayonetta? What? That's like asking what's better, Mario, Super Mario or Dante from Devil May Cry. Who makes it? What? Are you on drugs, Pikmin? What kind of comparison is that? Is it ready? There we go, it's ready, guys. I so wish this is giving me OCD. Alright, there we go. Yeah, go watch it. There's barely any questions today. Everybody's just waiting patiently for me to fucking play fucking Ghosts and Goblins on the NES. I know that's why you come to my Q&As. Since no one's torturing me in the chat, you know. There you go. Take your time. I think it's like 45 seconds long or something, you know. So should we get rid of Nemisa? Nah. Nemisa should stay there. She's staying there. Wow, I'm surprised everybody's watching the video, actually. Look at that, no one's talking. That's cool. This one? This OST is from Orphan Sign of Sorcery. I have that game in my collection. It's, oh my god. It's not a bad game, but just, you know how I'm always bitching about tutorials in JRPGs? Well, this is the exact opposite. It doesn't have any tutorials whatsoever. The game never explains anything to you. I need to play it again. The game is not available in my RPG score section. It's not there yet. I haven't ranked it or scored it in my blog, but I need to play it again. Maybe I'll play it live. I need to decide how I feel about it because it's just... I mean, I remember playing it and at the beginning I was like, hey, this isn't bad, you know, not as bad as I remember. And then, like an hour later, Star Ocean is better than Metal Gear Solid. Well, it definitely is. You know what else? Valkyrie Profile is better than God of War. That's right. What would you say is the most horror or Halloween appropriate Megami Tensei series entry counting spin-offs? Dysfunctor, you missed my video from 2 days ago. I talked about precisely that 2 days ago. Thanks, Tiramisu, for the t-shirt comment. Ninja Gaiden is better than The Last of Us 2. We should revive the versus episodes and put some shit like that in the poll. Like, instead of being, you know, an appropriate JRPG versus an appropriate JRPG, no. Give me like a fucking Dragon Warrior 2 on NES versus Little Nightmares on PS4. That's gonna be one heck of a fight, you know? What do you mean you got it on your list? You can put my videos in a list? Interesting. I didn't know you could. All these years on YouTube and I didn't know you could put videos on your waiting list to watch later. I didn't know you could do that. Mortal Kombat 11 is better than... No. Mortal Kombat 11 is a politicized piece of garbage. Wheel of Fortune is excellent on the NES. And I'm not being sarcastic. Fuck Mortal Kombat 11. It's super woke. It's super bad, man. Sure, the fatalities are great, you know, and the blood and gore, you know, but it's like, fuck the developer. Like, holy shit, they went completely nuts with woke bullshit, like Street Fighter 6, you know. Don't ever compare my precious Wheel of Fortune against that fucking piece of garbage. We got like 10 minutes left for the poll. Between 10 and 15. 15 minutes. And then I'll play the winner. Which apparently it's going to be Ghosts and Goblins. Hey, who voted for Wizard of Oz? Come on. No. Retract your vote. I don't want to play that. Come on. No. Well, at least I'm not playing Shaq Fu. No one's voting for Shaq Fu. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Not making me play Shaq Fu. Or the Wizard of Oz. Doesn't stand a chance. It's still between Kid Icarus and Ghosts and Goblins. The Ghosts and Goblins is like winning by a landslide, you know. You need like a horde of trolls to put Wizard of Oz in there. But no, it's not gonna win, you know. Come on, troll, do your worst, trolls. Hey, if it wins, yeah, I'll play it, you know, but I doubt it's gonna win. Ghosts and Goblins. Maybe I'll just play for like 2 minutes, you know, because there's been only like 1 or 2 super chats today. Now I'm depressed. How long I play the game? Nice Saga Frontier music. Yeah, so that was Saga Frontier 2. I played the original game. I didn't play the remaster. No fucks given about that one. I played the original PS1 game, and yeah, it was fun. You're loading your bots right now? All of them. Bring every single bot. YouTube loves that. YouTube likes bots more than humans nowadays. Good music, right? Well, you want me to play it now? Just a little bit more. Oh. What? My screen froze. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. There, back. Oh my god, it keeps freezing. Why do you keep freezing, YouTube? Why do you hate me so much? I know you do it on purpose, but what do you gain from that? I don't get it. How have I been? I've been doing great, thank you. And do I swear a lot? Well, you've watched a lot of my live streams, haven't you? You should know the answer to that question by now. $60 votes. You get 60 votes. Ghosts and Goblins. He's probably gonna win now. By now. You got 10 more minutes. Maybe I should play something else in the meantime, huh? First, we are going to get rid of Namisa here. Oh, is it too soon? Namisa should go away. Go away, Namisa. Nah. I can't bring myself to. Hey guys, I need you to do me a favor right now. So, there's been some fucking issues with OBS capturing the audio of the music. It's been fine so far, but I'm gonna do this and tell me if anything changes. Did anything change with the music? Does it still sound okay? Sounds louder? Oh, it got louder? Okay. What about like this? What's happening now? Went back to normal? It got softer, okay, but you can still hear it. Okay, so the problem is fixed. I no longer need to do the audio capture thing anymore. That's a good thing. I'm gonna get rid of it. Well, I'll get rid of it when I start playing the game. Okay, you guys can still hear the music. That's great. Fantastic. You know, amazing. Did you hear about the guy from Game Chasers that died? Which one? He died? I mean, I don't watch the channel, you know, but I've known the Game Chasers. Who doesn't know the Game Chasers? Who is around 40 years old here and doesn't know the Game Chasers? That's Billy? And who's that? The guy with the black hair and goatee? Or the other one? The blondie one? The skinny one? I know there's two guys. There's two guys, right? Brain cancer, that's horrible. You actually don't know the Game Chasers. The Game Chasers, you know, they were like a popular channel back in the day. Well, they were popular like many years ago. And I'm talking about like 10 years ago. They were YouTubers, yeah, oh my god. So Billy from the Game Chasers died. I didn't know that. Well, they don't... No fans watch... I mean, those guys are not gonna watch my channel, you know, but... My condolences goes to their families. Billy's families. Like, I was never a fan of the channel, you know, but I knew the channel. Wow. You really think that's what's happened, Arthur boy? I don't think so. I mean, they used to be big back in the day. I don't know. Well, that's horrible, you know, that one of the guys died from brain cancer. And how old was he? Like 40-something, 50? Oh my god, it's terrible. Well, rest in peace, you know. 45. Ah, man, that's awful. Didn't know the guy, but I remember watching an interview of those guys interviewing Mike Matei many years ago, you know. So I was familiar. I mean, I know those guys. You know? 45. Oh man. Yeah. Brain cancer. Fuck. And only 45. Well, thanks for letting me know about that. Rest in peace. Let's see the poll. Oh, Dead or Alive creator died as well. I didn't know that. Sorry, Queen. Sorry to hear that. The Dead or Alive creator died? My god. All these Japanese game developers dying for the past couple of years. That sounds very similar to what happened to my uncle, my godfather. He woke up one day, his legs were numb, and then he went to the hospital. He was gone in 3 weeks. Fuck. That's exactly what happened to my godfather. He was like, he just had some back pain. He went to get checked, and they told him, hey, you may have cancer, you know, but it's okay, you know, oh, okay, you know. And then one day, he just woke up like that, couldn't move, was taken to a hospital, and like 2 weeks later, he was dead. Fuck. You have brain cancer, and how are you still alive? Or are some brain cancers treatable? That's horrible. Fucking cancer. Killing people instantly. 63 votes for the poll. Ghosts and Goblins is still winning. Kid Icarus is second place. So I guess I'll wait for 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I don't know what to say, Alucard. I'm sorry. Mike, right? Was your name? Sorry to hear that, man. 8 years with brain cancer. That's horrible. That's horrible. Like, I have tinnitus and rosacea and I complain about it. I'll never complain about those things again. Come on, give me 2 more votes. I mean, Ghosts and Goblins already won the poll. It's obvious, you know. He doesn't need 2 votes. I guess I should start preparing myself to torture myself with Ghosts and fucking Goblins on the NES. Here's my amazing PS4 controller, the best video game controller ever made. It's a bit dirty. All that sweating this morning with Tiny Toons Adventures. I should have done that live, you know. I would have gotten a lot of rants. I'm never playing the original Shantae again. It's not a bad game, you know, but fuck it. Fuck Tiny Toon Adventures, fuck Shantae, the first one. You know? God damn it. Right, let's turn it on! Getting ready for Arthur saving his girlfriend in Ghosts and Goblins. 2 minutes. Nemisa, you gotta go. Sorry about that. Say bye-bye to Nemisa. Yeah, bye-bye, Nemisa. She's gone now. Alright, then I guess I'm gonna open... Let's wait for the Grandia 3 Milk Ruins song to end. It's a great song, by the way. Grandia 3. You're the weirdo that likes the PS3 controller. I like it too, there's nothing weird about that. I like all PlayStation controllers. They have never released a bad PlayStation controller. Never. All of them are good. Some had problems. The PS3 had a lot of problems, you know, but those were like technical problems. How the controller felt in your hands, that was great, you know. Opening. Alright. Ghosts and Goblins. Where are you, motherfucker? Want me to play the Guardian Legend? Hard as I try, I can never beat that first mission. Ghosts and Goblins. So I found it. Alright, so... Oh, thank you, Frank. Welcome to a 40-year-old club, I guess. Barbie on the NES? No, that's not an option. Sorry about that. Alright, the poll ends with 65 votes. It's over. Why isn't it showing here? It takes a while for YouTube to process a fucking poll. Come on. Really? I mean, I want you guys to see that. I mean, you saw. Ghosts and Goblins won on the NES. I'm gonna torture myself with the original Ghosts and Goblins right now. It'll show, I guess the results will show in a bit. Jesus, why is it taking forever? Well, fuck it, you know. Alright, so... Where is it again? Here it is. Oh, there it is. That's the result. Just capture here. I'm gonna make myself smaller so you can see the game. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, there you go. Can you hear the game's audio? Oh, nostalgia sounds. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Player 1 ready. 2 lives. Fuck. Why is Arthur laying like that? Looks like the princess was about to give him a blowjob. And then she got kidnapped. Oh, now I'm pissed. Oh, I got the flame. Oh, no, not the flame. No. Fuck you. Well, the flame isn't too bad, you know. I don't know, maybe this is easier than the SNES version. Ah! I don't know why I feel like the SNES game is harder than this. No, 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 no! Get the knife! Yeah, the knife. The knife or the spear? Oh, this fucking piece of shit. I got him! Haha, that was easy. Alright. I love the song. What? What's that? I don't want that. Is that a weapon? What? From the beginning, right? You gotta be... Fuck. The beginning of the stage again. You die and it's back to the... Oh, there's a checkpoint. Oh, it wasn't that unforgiving. Whoa. These fucking guys. You can't kill them because they have a shield. Alright. You got it! Did you see that? What the fuck? These fucking pushback, man. Ah! So I gotta kill those fucking assholes, you know, these fucking... Again. And now it's gonna be from the very big... Oh, there was a continue down there. I didn't see it. No save states, don't worry. I won't be using any save states. This game is way too easy. What? That fucking knife or spear or whatever went through it. I thought it was gonna be fall damage, you know. Fuck fall damage in video games. Video games make no sense in the first place. Why would you... Ah, man, that fucking Demon's Crest gargoyle piece of shit. From the beginning, right? I need to make it to the checkpoint. Yeah, beginning. Checkpoint. What is that? Here comes these fucking guys. Well, I know you're gonna show up. Oh, come on! Oh my god! What are you doing there? What are you fucking doing there? You can't shoot upwards, you can't shoot backwards, or down, up, no, only straight. And they go in these patterns, you know. Oh my god, this is insane. Game over. So what happens if I choose continue? Is he gonna leave me on the checkpoint? Oh no, from the beginning. It's the beginning again. I fuck this. This is insane. Oh yeah, he's leaving me here. Oof. Those fucking monsters, man. These motherfuckers. Wait, dude. Go away. Oh my god. What the dude? And they keep respawning! I've never beaten the first stage of any ghosts and goblins ever. Ghouls and ghosts. Yeah, I'm that bad. Oh, the armor! No! I was right there! These guys are just walk past. Oh my god! I hate this fucking game. Why does every camera sometimes look pixelated? Because I'm capturing the camera and the game at the same time. I don't know how to do it separately. To be honest, I've never learned. That's why it looks pixelated sometimes. Eric's Rage Blaze. Have you seen that? That's been happening for years, man. You haven't been keeping up. You haven't been keeping up with my live streams, apparently. Yeah, it's one of those games. It's a video game. Yeah, it's the NES version. Well, that's as far as I go, guys. I gotta leave early today. Not because of the game. I'm not conveniently ending the stream. I really do gotta go a little bit earlier than normal. You know, so thanks for watching. There we go. I'm back to normal. Take care, everybody. See you next time.